Before the 2020 rotation, it was pretty clear that Inteleon VMAX was one of the worst VMAXs in the game. You could buy it on pubs for very cheap, and the attacks were sort of lackluster and underwhelming because Pikarom was so powerful before rotation, and Pikarom could just easily one-hit KO you. However, after rotation, Inteleon VMAX saw a good bit of play. It was hyped up for quite a while because we all thought Pikarom was kind of dead and wasn't viable because they could no longer hit the numbers with Electro Power, so obviously Pikarom was dead. However, because Pikarom has been shining at recent online events and because it's found its way back into this ever-changing meta, Inteleon VMAX has sort of been dead for quite a while. Nobody's really played it at tournaments anymore and the numbers have been down. However, today we're going to be taking a look at a fairly consistent build with a few techs that might make Inteleon VMAX good again. So yeah, let's hop into the list. So to start off, we play a 4-3 line of Inteleon V and 3 Inteleon VMAX. Pretty straightforward, consistent line of Inteleon. You don't really need 4 Inteleon VMAXs like ever. At most, you'll probably only use 3 in a game, so that's the reason why we only play 3 Inteleon VMAX. We play a 4-2 line of Snom to Frosmoth. This is because we desperately need Snom turn 1, and we only ever really need 1 Frosmoth throughout the entire game, so I feel like playing 2 is okay. The ability Ice Stance lets us pull off a turn 2 max bullet. Best case scenario, Ice Stance allows us to charge up our benched water Pokemon with as many water energies as we want during our turn. So Frosmoth, obviously a very nice partner for Inteleon VMAX. That's pretty straightforward. That's how it's been played for quite a while. And as for the draw support Pokemon, we don't play Jirachi Stellar Wish in this build, so we have to draw cards somehow. So we play 2 Dedenne-GX and 2 Crobat Vs in order to draw a lot of cards, as well as 1 Eldegoss V to help recover things like Boss's Orders, Marnie, or Research if we ever discard them early game, or even just use them and need to use them again. Eldegoss is a great option to have. Now, as for the items, we play 2 Capacious Buckets. This acts as a very consistent way to search out our water energies that we can in combination use with Ice Stance to charge up our Inteleon VMAXs. So Capacious Bucket is very nice in this deck, synergizes really well with Frosmoth. And as for our search options, we play 4 Quick Ball, 4 Pokecom, and 1 Evolution Incense. We do play that heavy line of search because we do play 18 Pokemon, which is quite the heavy bit, and we just need search options in the early game, so we do play a heavy line of that. We play 2 Training Courts to recover our energies if ever needed. This makes it so that we're okay discarding our water energies early game, and just being able to recover them with Training Court is pretty nice. We play 4 Boss, 4 Marnie, 4 Research for maximum consistency. 4 Boss's Orders just lets us have access to it more than half the time. At least that's how it feels playing 4 Boss's Orders. So 4 Boss's Orders is very nice in this deck. Being able to boss up things like the Dennes and Crobats after you damage them with max bullet is very nice. We play 3 Air Balloons. This list actually does not play Switch. I felt that 3 Air Balloon has been working out pretty fine for me. However, I would not mind putting in Switch at all in this deck, to be quite honest. But 3 Air Balloon has worked out sort of well. This idea sort of came from towards Dragapult VMAX list, where he didn't play any switches. He played 3 escape boards. I'm sort of using that same concept here with just 3 Air Balloons and no switches. We play 3 of the new Telescopic Sights just to be able to hit our opponent's benched Vs and GXs for 90 damage instead of 60. Telescopic Sight makes it so that we no longer have to play Zigzagoon, and we can finish off those Dedenne-GXs and Crobat Vs as long as they do not have any health buffs and just 2 max bullets, which is extremely powerful. So Telescopic Sight really does make this deck rock. And we play 2 Weakness Guard energies and 9 Water energies. And the reason we are playing the Weakness Guard energies is because of Pikarom. If we do face Pikarom and we don't have Weakness Guard's energies, our Inteleon VMAXs are going to get slaughtered by Boltund and get one-hit KO'd by basically everything on our opponent's field. So Weakness Guard energy, I feel like, is definitely needed in this deck now if it wants to function in the meta. And that's all I have to say for the deck. Pretty straightforward, consistent Inteleon VMAX list, and let's hop into some games. Alright, so hopping into our first game here against Trainador Lucao. Good luck to him or her. We do lose the coin flip, unfortunately, so our opponent's gonna make us go first, which is actually not what we want. We normally do want to go second, but this starting hand's looking quite nice. I'm actually gonna opt to start the Snom here. I think that's fine. This is because we just want to be able to have an Inteleon V on the bench. Because Inteleon V has to be on the bench for us to use the ability of Frosmoth. We definitely just want to keep Inteleon V on the bench. Yeah, let's see what we get off the mulligan here. And we did see that our opponent plays hammers, so we want to hold off on attaching the weakness guard. This turn we only want to attach the water, because if our opponent hammers away the weakness guard, that would not be ideal at all. So I'm going to start off by benching the Inteleon V, attaching to the Inteleon V, attach the Telescopic Sight, bench this Inteleon V. I think I can hold off on doing so. And I think we can just chill and pass this turn. No real reason to overextend with the Dedenne or anything. We have basically everything we ever wanted. Let's see what our opponent has going for them this turn. They play the Chaotic Swell down. That's fine with us. They bench another Pikarom. I think our opponent ideally goes with the turn 1 Electrify, but they could, in theory, KO our Snom. Maybe I should have went for another Snom with the Pokecom, just in case our opponent goes with the Bolt Storm KO on our Snom, which would definitely suck. There's the Quick Ball. They Quick Ball away an Energy Switch. Yeah, let's see what they go for. There's the Bolton V we were talking about. So they bench it here. Let's see if they have a way to disrupt our really nice hand. There's the Day change, however. They get rid of an Electromagnetic Radar and an Eldegoss. Eldegoss discard is pretty good for us. We're hoping that our opponent whiffs the turn 1 Electrify. That'd actually be pretty funny. All they need is a switch plus attachment, and they're good to go for their turn 1. Next turn, if our opponent does not disrupt our hand, we have Weakness Guard. We can Pokemon the Inteleon V back into the deck, go for a Frosmoth. Evolve this Snom into a Frosmoth, move this water energy here. There's the switch into the Bolton V, and I think we're just going to see an Electrify here. If they had the Tapu Koko V, they would have done it already. They would not have moved the Bolton V into the active if they did not have the Tapu Koko, if they had the Tapu Koko Prism start to work with. So I feel like our opponent's not KOing our Snom turn 1 now, so that makes me feel a little bit more confident. And just the Electrify. That's good to see. Unfortunately, our opponent did not play a Crushing Hammer. Now, as weird as that is to say, I wanted to see our opponent play a Crushing Hammer there, because I wanted them to waste it on the water energy instead of the weakness card. So now we are in danger of just getting one hit KO'd by Bolton on the following turn if our opponent hits Coco and things like that. So we definitely do need to be wary of that. Gonna attach the weakness guard here, evolve into the Inteleon VMAX, which was definitely a very nice top deck. So now all we're looking for this turn is an Air Balloon. We can, in theory, just go for Bat. I think that's good. We have the other weakness guard in the deck. That's very good to see. We have all of our Air Balloons, which is great as well. Just gonna grab a Frosmoth to work with here. I think is optimal. Just going to evolve here. Use Ice Dance, attach this water energy, quick ball away the Capacious Bucket, which does sort of suck. We would love to keep the Capacious Bucket around, but we just have to draw cards now. So let's see what we hit off of this Crobat. Looking for an Air Balloon, some draw supporters will be optimal, and we hit everything. Oh my goodness. Alright, this follow-up is looking outstanding. We have another Inteleon V to set up, which is really nice. We have 2 water energies to work with, so we're just looking stellar right now. Oh man, these draws are really nice, and this is what's great about playing a very consistent build of Inteleon VMAX, is that you can just draw into all these cards on one turn most of the time. So I think I can just drop the Air Balloon here. Not going to bench the Snom. Don't really need it now if we have 2 of these dudes charged up. And no weakness guards seen so far, but that's okay, I think. Probably, do I want to attach the Telescopic Sight to this or not? Can probably hold off on doing so. Do I want to get this 3rd water on it? I think that's okay. We are down 2, 4, 5. We still have a good bit left in deck, so I feel okay just Ice Dancing onto this Inteleon V. And yeah, this hand is just super nice. I'm just gonna retreat into this Inteleon VMAX and go with that max bullet. Put 90 on the Pikarom is, I think putting 90 on the Pikarom is good to set it up for the one hit KO on the next turn, assuming they don't get something like a big charm. If they do get a big charm, that's definitely going to complicate things quite a bit. But so far, we're looking really good here. We got the weakness guard down, we got the telescopic sight down, we got our Frosmoth down. We have Inteleon VMAX to follow up with on the next turn, and we're just drawing really nicely this game. Can't even lie. So our opponent's going to attach active. There's the electromagnetic radar. So I'm assuming our opponent's going to dig for boss to hopefully bring this up and KO it. I definitely would not be surprised. But if our opponent does do that, the response we can make is actually Dedenne changing or just drawing cards with Crobat and Dedenne and looking for boss's orders to actually KO the Pikarom and the Boltund in one turn. There's the hammers. It does hit heads, so they could get rid of the weakness guard here. 40, 70, 100, 130, but they're actually not KOing it. And yeah, they opt to get rid of the water from the bench. That's actually huge. Our opponent not being able to pull off the Tapu Koko Prism Star definitely gonna bite them this turn. And they opted to attach active. I feel like they could have attached to the bench one, and just to hope to hit a hammer heads and remove the weakness guard and go for tag bolt, KO our Inteleon VMAX. But looks like our opponent had just did not opt to make the right plays. I don't know how I feel about them benching the Choo-Choo here, and there is the boss's orders. There's a Pokecom. We can even Crobat. Man, our draws are really nice this game. Yeah, let's see if our opponent can do anything. No, just gonna be the Bolt Storm from our opponent. And yeah, I feel like we just win now, to be honest. There's the weakness guard energy top deck. We are just drawing out of this world right now. We can boss up this Pikachu and Zekrom. We can kill with max bullet. We can go for a Crobat here, get another Inteleon VMAX out, most likely. And yeah, we're just looking super set up this game. I can't really ask for better draws, and yep, there's the concession from our opponent. No way they were winning that game. They were gonna be super behind after we KO'd the Pikarom and the Boltund. That's gonna do it for game 1 with Inteleon VMAX, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, so hopping into our next game here with Inteleon VMAX against Mierling. Good luck to him or her. We do lose the coin flip, unfortunately, so our opponent's going to decide whether or not we go first or second. Let's see what they choose here. Ideally, we do want to go second, but last game, as you can see, going first doesn't feel too bad either if we draw well enough. So let's see what our opponent decides. They opt for us to go second, so definitely don't hate to see that. We're going to take a mulligan here. That's fine. Nothing we can do about it. Yeah, let's see what our starting hand looks like. And let's see how many mulligans we take. Hopefully not too many. There's a Dedenne. Good thing we're going second, because if we went first, I would be fairly tilted right now, because the starting hand, if we were going first, would be extremely poor. There's the Phalanx V from our opponent. Alright, so it looks like we're up against either Phalanx or that wonky Phalanx V deck that that Tricky Jim posted, but it looks like it's just going to be straight Phalanx here. Definitely a pretty favorable matchup, I would say. And they're hitting their Pokemon straight off the Great Ball. Goodness, they only do play 4 Phalanx V and 4 Phalanx, and they hit all the Great Balls. So our opponent definitely not doing so bad themselves. They get rid of an Air Balloon, which is definitely a pretty interesting decision. I feel like having the Air Balloon around is pretty nice if you want to move this out of the active, but maybe they have another one to work with in hand. They already have the Twin to work with as well. There's another Air Balloon from our opponent, and just the pass is gonna be our opponent's turn. So this hand is certainly not optimal. Our opponent only does have a 2-card hand, so I don't really want to do anything to give them more cards. So I think I just have to attach Air Balloon and research. I think that's what we're gonna have to do here. And to see what our draws look like, nothing too amazing, but not terrible. Can calm the Frosmoth back into the deck, go for a Inteleon V, attach the Telescopic Sight, attach Water Energy, and just go for a Dedenne. I think that's good. We definitely want to see a Snom turn 1, and yeah, I think that's just gonna be what we have to do. Gonna Dedenne here, see what we draw into. Alright, we got there. I'm gonna calm this Inteleon V back into the deck, go for a Snom, and yeah, we're not looking too bad ourselves. I think I'm gonna retreat this Dedenne into this Dedenne because this acts as our pivot, and we definitely want to keep that around because our opponent's definitely KOing the Dedenne on the following turn. So I think that's the optimal play to make, and we're just gonna pass over to our opponents here, see if they have a draw supporter to work with. They did only have a 2-card hand. There's the Marnie from our opponent. That really sucks. Would have loved to keep this hand around, but we have a good bit of draw support left in the deck. I didn't check how many were prized or not, but this hand's pretty good. We have a weakness card to work with. We have a boss's orders. Crobat's really good as well. So let's see how our opponent's turn looks so far. They attach the fighting to this Phalanx V here. Alright, that's fine, and it looks like they're just gonna go with the team attack, I think. They're definitely gonna KO our Dedenne-GX by a lot. Yep, there's the team attack from our opponent, taking 2 prize cards on our Dedenne. Sort of unfortunate, but nothing we could have done about it, unfortunately. Definitely did not want to sacrifice our Snom. There's a water energy top deck. I think I'm just gonna commit water, and then we could burn the Capacious Bucket. I think that's okay, just to see another card. And yep, just gonna go with the Crobat V here. Hopefully hit some Pokemon, some draw support. There's the Frosmoth, but do I even want to evolve that is the question. Our hand's technically dead right now, but I guess there's not really a reason. I'm gonna Pokémon it away because we are down both of our Dedennes. Do we have Eldegoss in deck? We do have Eldegoss, so I feel like going for Eldegoss here, going for research is probably the optimal play to make. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw down the Training Court, which was a pretty nice draw, not gonna lie. I'm gonna get back the research and just play the research here. Hopefully draw what we need off of this research. Let's see it. And yikes, this hand is horrible. Yep, now we're bricking. Alright, this is certainly not optimal, to say the least. Probably use Training Court, not a reason not to. And recover this water energy. And yeah, I think I just have to retreat into this Eldegoss. Let them hit the Eldegoss for a turn, and then just going with max bullet, hopefully on the following turn. I think that's how it's gonna go. We could bench this, but I don't really want them to boss. Well, if our opponent has boss, they would probably just boss up a Crobat or Dedenne. So benching this might be okay. I'm gonna bench it here. Just pass over to our opponent, and yeah, that turn 2 was extremely poor from us. That research was really bad. The 7 cards were pretty darn bad. There's the B from our opponent. They hit 1 fighting energy, which we will definitely take. Would have loved to see 0, but them hitting 1 is okay for us. Don't mind that at all, as long as it wasn't 2, 3, 4, or 5. So we'll definitely take that. There's the Crushing Hammer from our opponent. It does hit heads, which sucks. They opt to get rid of the water. That's fine. Let's see if they have a boss's orders. There's another Crushing Hammer. Tails is good for us. Yeah, hopefully they just go with the team attack on our Eldegoss here, and then we'll be okay. There's the Pokegear. See if this gets some boss's orders. No, they already used the supporter this turn. That's right, so they can't boss. That's right. There's the Crushing Hammer again. It does hit Tails, which is nice. And yeah, probably just gonna see a team attack. No, they opt to retreat into the Phalanx V. That's oh, and they're gonna go for the Giga Impact. Alright, that's okay. We know they only do have a research plus 2 cards from the prize cards to work with, so maybe they don't have game next turn. We will see, however. Gonna attach water. I think that's okay, and just go for a research here. Don't want to give them more cards to work with. And hopefully we can finally get into a oh man, we whiffed the Inteleon VMAX. We're not completely done. We have a Crobat to work with as well. We can use Ice Dance here, put a water energy here, quick ball away a Snom, go for a Crobat for 3. Hopefully find a way to get out an Inteleon VMAX here. The Crobat for 3, do we get it? No, we do not. Alright, this is horrible. Yeah, our draws are completely the opposite of last game. We're not hitting what we need here. And yeah, I think this is going to be our downfall. We can attach this here. And then yeah, this hand's actually dead. So yeah, we're just really not getting what we need this turn. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. Gonna use the Training Court for 1. Get back this water energy. And just hope that our opponent does not have a way to KO us with Phalanx V this following turn. So just gonna go with that Aqua Report. We're only hitting 70, which is really bad. Yep, they have another Phalanx V to work with, but hopefully they don't play many switching cards. Maybe they just play a heavy count of Air Balloon like we do and no switch. That's a possibility. They bench the Phalanx V here, and let's see if they have if they can win this game this turn. So there's the Cape of Toughness as well. Oh man, that just makes things a lot rougher on a whole nother level. Let's see if our opponent gets it here. Wouldn't be surprised. They saw 7 new cards off the research. There's the Crushing Hammer as well. Hits tails. So fortunately for us, our opponent only hit 1 hammers, but it didn't really matter in this matchup, to be specific. Hopefully we can top deck out of this. We're down a lot of draw support, unfortunately. They actually play a switch, and that's going to do it for the games with the Inteleon VMAX deck. We're going to take an L here to Phalanx V, but I'm not upset at all. I'm glad Phalanx V won. I'm glad the Phalanx deck won. Definitely one of my favorite decks ever. And that's going to do it for the games, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, please remember to have a good day, stay safe, and peace out.